Good morning, Liberia. You're listening to the best show on the airwaves, the Eagle Talk Show, with your host.
Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, everyone. The 15 county sub-political division of our country. Good morning to every one of you. Those of you in the slum community, let me also say a pleasant, wonderful time on this beautiful. Uh, Today is the 8th of March, the 10th month, and of course we're still in the year 2025. So my name is Wil Wilfred Duosi. I'm always here to present the Eagle Talk Show. Welcome to the Eagle Talk Show, wherever you are. The Eagle Talk Show comes on the radio every Saturday from 10 to 11 o'clock, a 1 hour presentation. And today we are here to present the show, and we're going to focus on different issues. We're going to dive into different issues here. The issue of same-sex marriage in Liberia, and the issue of this same-sex marriage issue is currently granting violence and demonstrations within the church, especially the United Methodist Church. Government needs to come in. The Liberia Council of Churches, the religious community, they all need it. So we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to again throw some light on the issue of our lawmakers, our policy makers, the issue of their salary reduction and benefits. Since you say cut down its aid to Liberia and around the world, the issue of leaders. That's why the last time I said it takes courageous and those who have love for country. It takes these people to come up and play that leadership role. You say has been helping us over the period, and so I think it is time, it is necessary that our leaders wake up, stand up for their citizens, the masses, the people they served. So all of these things we're going to talk about, and I'm hearing on the 14th. So let me just come up with this information. On the 14th of this month, which is gonna be next week, the Supreme Court gonna meet with the both group at the House of Legislature. That's the majority and the minority bloc. This issue of information, build of information, was provoked by the embattled speaker J. Funati Kofa, and I listened to other people saying former speaker he has not resigned till he can resign his position. Then he's former, but they are still on this battle. They are still on this speakership wahala, like we say in our common Liberia English. They are still on this wahala, and I'm also hearing. I have read several publications saying last night and even this morning that the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Boyka, has called on the majority bloc elected speaker Richard Nambekong to settle the dispute at the House of Representatives and given a 15 days ultimatum. Will that happen? Can those from the minority bloc also listen to those within the majority, especially elected speaker Richard Nambekong? Can they also listen? That's the first question. So all of these things we going to talk about, and those of you out there wanting to participate on the show, will announce numbers that we going to be using for the phone lines. But let's run quickly to this. The issue of same-sex marriage. The issue of same-sex marriage is something we all need to understand. It is something that our culture, firstly, we Liberians, we need to look at our culture, what our culture calls for, what our culture says to a man and a woman getting married, or a man and man, or a woman and a woman getting married. If you even look at our penal laws, right? It forbade the issue of same-sex marriage. If you look at our laws, it forbids same-sex marriage. And even our culture, our tradition. So sometimes then I ask myself, this Bible that the white man brought to us, the Bible came to Africa through the white man. And within the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah, they were destroyed for this act. They were destroyed. But here, the same white people that are saying that everyone has the right. It is your right to do this. It is not your right to do that. It is your right to do this. It is so. Do we want to contradict what the Bible is saying? Are we contradicting? So let's come to the issue of the Methodist Church. I have witnessed some videos. I have listened to some audios where the Bishop Ku-Wor, said that the church, the United Methodist Church around the world, in their conference heard in the United States where they had delegates, they were calling for this same-sex marriage to be adopted in the United Methodist Church. And he came back, he formed the congregation, the church, and he also stand against the issue of same-sex marriage. I have seen so many videos. The Bishop Ku-Wor, his message to the members, the congregation, the Methodist Church, he strongly go against the issue of same-sex marriage. And he said, if it is adopted, it is legalized in the church, the United Methodist Church, especially the Liberia, they will withdraw from every activities of the United Methodist Church. Some of you who have seen these videos, especially audios, they are circulating around. You're going to see he strongly defended the Methodist Church here in Liberia not to support the issue of same-sex marriage, where woman to woman and man to man. That which the biblical book that we all believe in, that we all read from, we preach from it, strongly condemn and go against. Today, because of we are poor, because we depend on the whites, because we depend on them for every little thing that we need. We need money, we go to the white man. We need clothes, we go to the white man. We need this, we want to build our own schools, we want to build our own churches. We look up, we depend on the whites. So they come with all kinds of arguments, all kinds of debates to you and myself, Africans. That's why sometimes when I look at the UN, the United Nations, I see them as a people who wants to divide the world, especially that policy with human rights. It is not all rights are human rights. No. Those of you who are members of the United Nations, especially on human rights, it is not all rights that are human rights. No. There are certain rights humans should not do. There are certain behavior that humans should not adapt. If we think we believed in the biblical book, the Bible, we should respect what is written within the Bible. So sometimes I ask, what could happen if Africans could reject the Bible and continue with their culture, their traditional practice? Will they experience all these things that they are experiencing? That's the question sometimes I want to ask. Because we didn't know about the Bible. You and myself, Christianity. It is true, this slave trade, this transatlantic slave trade, and you can name the rest. Through this, the repatriation of slaves and bringing, according to them, reintroducing civilization to our country, to our continent, they came along with the Bible, Christianity. And we Africans, we accept it. We agree to it. We say, bring the Bible. We believe in the Bible. We believe in Jesus. We believe there is God. And if God inspires 40 men to write the Bible, and they wrote certain things within the Bible that we humans, we God's creations, right? It is saying, don't do this. God forbid this. The Bible is against this. And then you have the same people coming to us telling us that same-sex marriage, or it is the right of a human being to do what they think they want to. No, I disagree with the United Nations human rights policy. I disagree with it. It is not all right that is human right. Not all right, especially with this one. So the issue of the same-sex marriage that Bishop Ku-Wor stand against. I have not seen any video, or I have not listened to any of audio where Bishop Ku-Wor wants to agree. Though they are in the church. I'm not a Methodist, but I have not seen a video. I have not listened to an audio where Bishop Ku-Wor, and probably some of those who support him, who stand with him, I've not seen where they have agreed that the Methodist Church is about to practice, it's about to vote, support the same-sex marriage. Probably it is in private, but publicly I have not seen it. Some of you who probably are not member of the Methodist Church, it is good that you also do your background investigation. Bishop Ku-Wor, who is against the same-sex marriage within the Methodist Church, must have a very strong evidence that which he also needs to display to the public. He also needs to disclose it to the public that this is when Bishop Ku-Wor brought this proposal, brought this issue of same-sex marriage, because he attended the conference, came back, and according to them, the bishop is saying different thing. So I also want to see where the bishop is saying we are about to say yes to same-sex marriage in the Methodist Church. Just the same as we have videos or audio circulating where Bishop Ku-Wor stood against and preached against the issue of same-sex marriage being practiced within the Methodist Church. And with this, the Human Rights, the Independent Human Rights Commission in Liberia, the government of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Boyka. This is the time that you, Mr. President, the government, the Independent Human Rights Commission, you all need to sit with the Methodist Church, because every Sunday you have people fighting, a pastor or a man of God being jailed. We need to look at our country reputation. Our culture does not support the issue of same-sex marriage. Our culture does not support the issue of this same-sex marriage. Our tradition, our laws, the laws of the land forbid it. But some people, one way or the other, they still practice these things right here. Some people, you still hear about gays, lesbian in Liberia. What is the government doing to ensure that this act is not practiced in our country? What can the legislature say to ensure that this act is not practiced in our country? This is our country. This is what our culture go against, and including the Bible that they brought to us. The biblical book that they brought, when you read that book, it stands against same-sex marriage, where two persons were destroyed within the Bible. God destroyed them. So you think God, if we say God created Adam and Eve, He created them for two reasons. He created them for a reason, not just two reasons. If God wanted us to be man and man, He could have created man and man. If the Creator wanted us to be woman and woman, He could have created woman and woman. But He said the Creator created men, and later on created woman. So that tells you and myself that there are specific reasons why men and women were created. His Excellency President Joseph Boyka, members of the House of Legislature, the Independent Human Rights Commission, you all need to call the Methodist Church. You have children growing up, you have children coming up, they are hearing all these things. They are hearing everything that is going on. History. These things are being placed into records. And the government needs to step up. The government needs to take action. If we do not take actions, this is going to escalate. Don't sit there. We should not sit there and say it is the Methodist people thing. No, it is not the church issue. The government needs to get involved. It could be any other church today or tomorrow. It could be any other church today or tomorrow. We don't know. But the government, those who are in leadership, the Liberian Council of Churches, you people aren't doing well. A very poor performance. The religious community, you all need to step up. You need to come up and make a clearer decision. You need to set up, you need to make peace within the United Methodist Church. We all need to engage. This is not a one-man thing. This is not a two-man thing. This is everybody. We need to get involved. Like I said, it is not all human rights that should be practiced. No. We need to say no to everything that come up. Amen. Yeah, so please. So I'll open the phone lines a bit and hear from you. I'll open the phone line a bit, and then you're going to phone in. We're going to hear what you have to say. 07707777572, 07707777572, 0888 088866940, 0888-669430, and better still 0880732453, 0880732453, 07777322453, 07777322453 are the numbers to call wherever you are. And those of you watching via our YouTube channel, you can also leave your comments, and we're going to read them out. You can leave your comments, and it's going to be read. 07707777572, 07707777572, or on the low star 0888 669430, 0888 669430, or better still 0880 732453, 0880 732453, 07777322453 are the numbers for you to call. And let's hear you what you make of the issue of this current situation within the United Methodist Church. This is something that our tradition, our culture forbids, including the Bible. The biblical book forbids the issue of same-sex marriage. That's why people were destroyed when you read the Bible. Those I may not be familiar with the Bible. I'm a Christian, yeah, but preachers, the men of God, they have preached several times. They have explained this over and over concerning the Bible. Things that the Bible forbids, the Bible go against. So are these guys telling us, the white men, are they telling us that the Bible was not written by 14 inspired men? Is that what they want to tell us? Because if you will come back and say same-sex marriage, which it is forbidden, which the 14 inspired men wrote, they said that this is forbidden. 2 persons were destroyed for this behavior, and now you have another group of people, white men, coming back telling you and say it is our right to do this. Human right. your right to love to anybody you want to. You want to go to men, you go to men. As a man, you want to go to men, you get a right to go to men. As a woman, you want to go to woman, it is a right. They are coming back to tell you myself, and they want to bring it into the temple, the holy temple. This is it. They are not just telling you it is your right, but you know, Emmanuel, when you also read the Bible, the New Testament, it talks about Jesus. I like to use the name Emmanuel because it was the name that was mentioned by the angel. You gave birth to Emmanuel. So he beat people for certain things in the temple. There are certain things that are not accepted in the temple. There are certain things that are not accepted in the temple. Selling the house of God, and now you want to practice same-sex marriage in the temple, in the house of God. Where are we? Where are our leaders? Those are leading us. Is it the Liberian Council of Churches wants to remain silent on this issue? Is it the government wants to remain silent and allow this thing escalate? Why can't we call the Methodist Church, put it in the face of if the bishop wants to agree, telling this is not accepted in our culture, our laws forbid this. Like I said, I've now seen a video or listened to an audio where Bishop Choir is saying the Methodist Church going to accept same-sex marriage. I have not seen that, so I can't tell you whether the Methodist Church wants to accept it. But those hierarchies, especially Bishop Kula, who says the Methodist Church wants to adopt the same-sex marriage, he has evidence. Probably Bishop Choir have engaged him. They have talked on this several times, right? So if he says Bishop Choir someone sorted and wants to support the issue of same-sex marriage within the church, evidence should come up. But I cannot say that Bishop Choir wants to bring this till you listen to audio or videos. But again, with the interviews of the conversation continuing to come up or share with Bishop Choir, he also saying no, the information is false and it is misleading. But let me say to the Methodist Church, the Christian community, you are making the Christian community look ugly, and it is embarrassing. So I don't know how tomorrow gonna be like, whether we're going to experience the same events that we experienced last Sunday, where police officers, so I live around the 72nd, and the police, when they got on the scene, they tear gas the entire area. I don't know why. Sometimes police, the way you act, it's very bad. You get on the scene because you see tension, so you tear gas the entire area. No, not everywhere you go you tear gas. So let's try to talk to our very first caller. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Thank you. Welcome to Ku-Wor TV, the Eagle Talk Show on Liberty Radio. Let's hear your name and where you calling from.
My name is Slomo. I'm calling from FD.
Let's hear you.
Okay, what one just said is true. The Bible is clear. And this is one reason why the Almighty destroys Sodom and Gomorrah. In our Liberian setting, the law is clear. It is only men and women that get married. When traditions die, it is only men and women that get married. Can you tell your grandmother or your mother to go and why she getting married? Can you go in Nigeria and tell your people that? That's wrong. You know, I have some concern about the past administration. I don't know whether you're aware. When the foreign minister left from here and went to Lusaka, Zambia, he sounds like he's right. And that was all of PDC and for Africa. That Liberia has sound up to the kid's right. That was the foreign master Canada. You know what I'm saying? And the government at the time did not take anything on that. It means that they were in support of such, signatory to such behavior. You understand? And that was totally wrong. I've started that mission to stand on that. I don't know what you want to do. But I guess you represent the government at the time when you want to sell that Zambia.
Okay.
And sound how to that is right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk to the next person. Good morning. Good morning. We lost that person. 0770-777-572 770-777-572, or better still 0888 0888-669430 0888-669430 or 077. Let's talk to that person. Good morning, the Eagle Talk Show. Welcome. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm from Wama. I come from Single.
Let's hear you, woman.
Don't know where this culture is coming from. Where is it bringing this thought in the minds of Liberian people? What is getting all of us? You have heard it for the onset of the World War or this country before? What's happening? This communication, it's coming from the belly of the devil. How could a man marry a trained man? Have you seen it before? It's in the Bible. God is joking. God is angry for any country, any individual that kill on such a person. Then we shall be discussing the war. What is happening in this ministry? What's happening? What's going on?
Oh, we lost him. 07707777572 0888-669-430. So the first thing, like you said, it should not be a discussion within our culture. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
I'm fine. The Eagle Talk Show wants to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. But a kid calling from, let's say, developing, not a kid.
Okay.
This first marriage is very ugly. And my advice to this, that particular church need to be closed down. That church need to be closed down. The government need to come hard on that church to be closed down. Because it's shameful in this nation. So we share the Bible the preaching to their congregation. We share the Bible the preaching. Our church need to be closed down. That is my advice.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So, like I was saying, so you can still keep putting your calls in. We still have time here. 07707. Let's talk to our next caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
The Eagle Talk Show. Let's hear you. Your name and where are you calling from?
I am Dr. Samuel Devian, calling from Bible.
Let's hear you.
My take is the matter is twofold. Number one, the government. Number two, we as believers in the churches. When I'm a Catholic, I think that means a Methodist. But why a service Methodist basically the effect that. The worst thing, like the fellow who just called home before and before. What is happening here is that one of our was telling me that went to Zambia and far onto Iran, where I am not aware. But what I do know is that the kind of like we are, the government we have, the people that are in the school, because of money, anything can happen. anything can happen. And I stand to fight you say all rights are not human rights. The fact that in fact, people will be allowed to preach for all rights, let them be and other rights. And the government, which consider a crime called sodomy, okay, will not take a step to allow somebody in the street corner to be there and preach. Like, I see who was working with it judicially. There's a belief from America and people raise money, more than the government, to keep quiet. Then, my last advice to the churches, we as believers, we don't have to go under the canopy of this world. We are spiritual people. Whether or not the government agrees to public hearing, we should continue to go against it.
Okay.
Because we are not awaiting our reward from the president or from anybody. God who created us and told us what we have to do in a situation, of sex. And so I will stand to encourage members of the United States who are saying, where to this matter? Because it is an abomination. Okay?
Okay.
And as you know, when Obama was the guy who hailed from some part of Africa, went to Kenya when he became president. His uncle or his father people told him in Kenya, the Kenya said that the issue of human was a non-issue to be discussed. And they were finished with him. Okay? And so we Nigerians need to do the same. We need to do the same. We are already going to calamities. We cannot invite the wrath of God upon this nation. That's my
Thank you so much. So, all of you, what you are saying, they are welcoming. They are welcoming. So, like the previous caller said, the issue of same-sex marriage in Africa, not just in Liberia, because we Africans, we have our tradition, we have our culture, and the African culture or tradition strongly condemns and go against the same-sex marriage. Good morning.
Good morning, Chief.
Welcome. Thank you. Eagle Talk Show. Let's hear you on Liberty Radio.
Yeah, my name is Jacob Tome and I'm calling from Support Bridge.
Let's hear you.
You see, why is it destroying the country with all this attitude? They try to bring it back to Africa and we reject it in like zero. God will not accept that. If they're destroying our country and they will not bring it to our country to destroy our country, reject it and we will never accept that. It's wrong.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, we Africans, we should not be, it is not everything from the United Nations. Like I said, it is not all right that are human rights. No. Human rights today in Africa has damaged, I can tell you, it has damaged Africa as a whole. Good morning. Thank you. Your name and where you calling from. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
And I want to begin encourage those that are not going to church that are so against the movement of marriage. Now, all this appointment has to do with our spiritual leaders. I want to call the reference as father. This is about time that I brought up something from a clear indication. No. And the government of Nigeria is a very, very strong country. I can remember very well the late Professor Arthur Bill, that died, the governor, president at 5. Although this is right issue with the vote of Ghana, and God has said, as God as president of the Republic of Ghana, he will never, Israel will never have on the earth on the unity. Because this is just a total disgrace to Nigerian who say, well, you okay, shepherd, to see us in the necessity. Whatever happening in the military church is something that people quite big. And I don't know, but today I'm not sure that it's your call of all persons that I remember I cannot some of the materials, I mean, so this is the required introduce some things that are not happening in the military church. One, the using of anointing oil and different. There's so many other things. It was the one that I mean, you know, because he said that the Methodist members of the Reformed churches, because it's not practice of the Methodist church. So I'm not too sure that I said that this thing that Bishop offered to me, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that's why I said I have not witnessed or listened to any audio where Bishop Choir come up to say the Methodist Church going to agree to same-sex marriage. I have not seen that, or I've not listened to that. So the guy was saying, we Africans, our culture, our tradition forbids it. And I see other churches in Africa. I have, I think last week or this week, I saw a video where a bishop, I don't know whether he was ordained or what, and I saw him like having that interaction with another priest. So I was like, is this for real? Is this how we Africans have degraded ourselves? Good morning.
How do you see you man go with your family? Do demo, do temple. You man go with your family. How you see we do not kind of thing? You know, how you see? You know? That's the point of the word.
So we think we should practice everything the white man does. No, it is not every civilization, because they say according to them, the Western people, that civilization, human rights, anything you think you want to do, that civilization. No, we Africans, we Liberians, it is not everything that the white do or does we should do. No, we are not mandatory to do what they want to do. That is the reason why Africa, or we Africans, we are still behind. We are still lacking some basic things, because we depend, because we look up to these Western countries, because we beg them, so they believe they can impose anything on us, and we will agree. They will spend the money, they will bring them, they have the resources. It is because we do not value our own African currency. We do not value our own African tradition, our culture. We don't want to practice our culture and our tradition. And civilization came from right here in Africa, but we believe the whites are more civilized than us. No, they are not. But we don't want to practice it. We want to beg the Western countries. That's why they will impose anything they want to. That's why they will tell us to do this and the thing, and we believe, or we believe that they are saying the rightful thing, or they are doing the rightful thing. No, they are not. So the government of Liberia, the Liberia Council of Churches, the House of Legislature, the Independent Human Rights Commission, let me say to you all, it is not all right that it's human right, and this issue of same-sex marriage with that properly, it might want to be introduced in any other way where these or individuals who want to introduce it, spend money for it to be introduced in Africa and Liberia, hey, we need to say no. Our culture, our tradition, go against it. This is not something that should be welcome in our continent. Men and men, woman and woman, no, man, no. Why this time? Is it because we don't have money to support our church? It is because we don't have money to support our developments, to improve our health system, our education system. We have the resources here. The day we start to respect and value our currency, our money, the day we start to value our currency, our dollars, the day we start to value it, and the day we start to value our culture, our tradition, you will not have these white guys come here to tell you this right is your right, this other right is your right. We should respect the biblical book. We should respect the Bible that we say was written by 40 inspired men. God inspired these 40 inspired men to write the Bible. So when they write it and they post certain things in it and say God forbid this, why can't we respect it? And that's why we have taken the Sabbath day to be Sunday. I go to church on Sunday, but I still don't understand if we say remember to keep the Sabbath day holy, and the Sabbath day is the last day, which is Saturday, and we don't still respect it. We say Sunday because Jesus Christ resurrected on Sunday, so we believe we should worship on Sunday. There are so many things that we need to go back to. If we should respect the Bible, there are so many things that we don't follow, and we need to follow. Dear men of God, we need to think out of the box. I ask the question again. What could happen if Africans who have rejected the Bible and continue with their cultural and traditional practices, could God hold them responsible? Could we be blamed for that practice, for that act? I ask the question again. What could happen at the time they were breaking the free slaves and they also came and introduced the Bible to us? What could happen if we could say no? We don't want it. Because my understanding, they have used the Bible to confuse us. They have used the Bible to bring division among us. And they are using the Bible for us to practice devilish act. No, we should not. Our culture, our tradition should be respected. We need to go back to it. So, before I close up, like I said, we have 6 minutes left. Our lawmakers, the USA have closed. The USAID have been shut down for 90 days. And since then, the Liberian people have not heard any of you talking about reducing your benefits, your salaries, and etc. All you do, this person is not respecting the rule of law. This person is against the rule of law. This person will be suspended. We are investigating this person's behavior. We are investigating this other institution, this other organization for this and that. Hey, the money that you say have withdrawn, when you start to reduce your salaries, when you start to reduce your benefits, cut down your benefits, cut down your salaries, you know what? We're going to save more money than what you say was spending a year in Liberia. When we start to cut down our benefits and salaries, both the executives, the cabinet ministers, the directors, the representatives, the senators, when we start to cut down salaries and benefits, because some of you receive huge salaries and benefits. One person will make $46,000 a month. Another person makes $15,000 or $12,000 a month, right? And so when we start to cut down these things, we will save more money than what UC was spending right here in Liberia. 51 million is not money for somebody to withdraw and it be affecting our economy, or it be damaging our economy. No. When you have lawmakers, when you have leaders, when you have ministers, directors that are making fat and huge salaries, the executive, right? Speaker, Chief Justice, pro tem, make 1.5 million or something else, you cut down and you put it somewhere where you're going to save probably 100 million plus instead of 51 million that uses spend here. They think they spend plenty of money. They think they spend plenty of money. No. It is because you don't want to cut down your salary and benefits. So we see 51 million to be something, but we want to appreciate them how be it. So folks, that's all of the time I have here this morning. That's all the time I have here this morning. We should have Mother Jones here. She's also talking about the Quran and the Bible being practiced in the church. Hope we can have her another time. But we return next week Saturday, the same time, same station. And just before I leave, I want to say thanks to those of you who've been watching through our YouTube channel, and thanks to those of you who phoned in. Let us continue to talk about these things, our culture, our tradition, Africa as a whole, right? Our culture, our tradition forbid this. We should not accept it. So the government needs to step up, and we all need to step up against this. Bishop Kwai, you need to play that leadership role. You are not playing that leadership role. That's why this issue continues to escalate. Be clear, be fair that this is not it. Though you also said the information is false and misleading, but Bishop Kula is one of the ranking members within the Methodist Church. He knows what's happening. So please come up and speak. Thanks to all of you. My name is Wil Wilfred Duosi. Do have yourself a wonderful Saturday.
Prepare to soar with us on Liberty.